everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Sorry for the delay. Let's fix these things here. Okay, so we have 10 people here. 8 of them are Aman, Gatpal, and 2 are Avatar. So that's how we have. Actually, we do have 8 people here, really, honestly. But it just so happens only 2 are writing. So Avatar says, hello, Meran. Hello, Avatar. Good to see you. 20 male India. Thank you for that. Aman says, what? The night whenever a girl loves me, Meran comes with a life or leaves me. Oh, another girl leaves you, left you, leaves you. So the night whenever a girl leaves me, Meran comes with a live stream. So it's like I gotta go. He needs to complain a little bit. But for a girl to leave you, she has to first to be with you. You seem to have so many girls around you. So what are you complaining all the time? You know, when so many girls leave you, that means you have so many possibilities and girls who know you, and that's the way to go. Good for you. Yeah, okay. You say now you might think I ask why it happened. Actually, now my question is a little different. I'm emotionally and what self-esteemly attached to that girl. Why? If she's not attached to you, why would you be attached to her? Because you have a need for having a girlfriend, you have a need for intimacy, and everyone needs that. But that doesn't mean every girl is qualified for you to be attached to her. Just be there, enjoy this. You don't have to have own all the flowers in the flower garden that you walk by. Just look, admire, or maybe smell, and then go. You don't have to pick them and own them, and otherwise, you feel devastated. Just live life, enjoy, go. You don't have to turn everything as ownership. You don't have to turn everything as to be permanent. Whole life itself is temporary, and you want to turn a relationship, a friendship, attachment permanent. That's when the suffering starts. Whenever you try to turn a temporary, impermanent to permanent, suffering starts. So go in there with no expectation, no need to make it a permanent. Take it as a gift, whatever it comes. She smiles, great. She doesn't, bye bye. You don't have time to try to constantly think that you're responsible for people to like you. You're responsible for people to be happy. You're responsible for people to be um, encouraged in their lives. If they come full package, they're ready to build something to you or be friendly with you or have some positive interaction with you, great. If not, you go about your business. You think your happiness lies in a relationship or attention of somebody else to you. That's your problem. When you realize that your happiness is in your own hands, in more ways than one, if you understand that your happiness is is in your own accomplishments and your ventures and your efforts, then you will go into a friendship with no expectations, and Enjoy your time and come out. But you go in there, oh, now she has to be mine, so I will feel manly, so I will feel complete. Then you're making her boss of your mood and emotional balance and happiness and fulfillment and contentment in life. That's not good at all. That's dependency. All right. I think we talked enough about you now. We go on to Ross Holmes. Says, hey, Miran, I'm back again. Male 28, Texas. Howdy, partner. Texas, another freedom center in the United States now, in the world. Florida and Texas. But the rest, including my own country here in Canada, so far gone to hell. Some bullshit leaders having made their deals with some entities we don't know who, what, and they've sold us all out, becoming Mussolini. All right. Beetlejuice is here. Says, hello, Miran. How are you today? Thank you, Beetlejuice. Good to see you. You're from Norway, right? Am I right? Norway? Ross says, why do I feel incomplete without a girlfriend? Well, we all do. It's not just you. In my life, I will be 30 soon, and without a girlfriend is not shit. Well, I know what you mean, but it came in the wrong part of the sentence. It says, I just want to share life and memory and moments with another. Word it won't ever happen. No, it will. Don't worry. Right now at 28, I don't know what your financial situation and career situation is. You got to approach life and your day-to-day life with this belief or understanding, or at least this pose, this role, that I'm not needy. I don't have to have a girlfriend to be able to be content to life and make a successful and happy life and enjoy my life. There are things I want to learn. There are things I want to accomplish. There are things I can do. There are opportunities out there. There are girls that I could get to know. I will try to get to know. There are opportunities out there that I can put my efforts towards getting to know new women. When you feel this way, you don't feel like, oh, that woman said hello to me. That's my last chance. I got to make something out of it. That whole energy turns them off, because you come across, whether you show it verbally or physically by your actions, or inwardly you feel it, they feel that emotion, they feel that energy, and they run away because it feels desperate. It feels needy, which makes you, in their eyes, not better than them. People are gravitating toward each other when they feel the other one is better than them. Why? Because they have a need for something they want to fulfill. So they're attracted to that girl just for no reason. They feel she's better than you. How could you know she's better than you when you don't even know her? Because of your need for companionship, intimacy, and all the other things that we're programmed to pursue a woman for. That gives you this feeling of neediness. You got to hide that. Because if it shows, then they feel empowered. And when they feel empowered, they feel you're not good enough for them. Why? Because you need them more than they need you. You got to genuinely not need anyone for your happiness and feeling success in life. And then that will exude outwardly, and they will feel that they will take that as confident and confidence. And therefore, then you'll have a better chance to interact with them, and they'll be more than happy to chat with you, listen to you, spend time with you, and then get to know you, and then you guys will see if you have things in common and you can go forward further on or not. But going into a relationship or friendship or introduction as desperate that I gotta fulfill, I gotta have a girlfriend, otherwise I don't feel complete. That feeling already defeats you. It puts you out of the contention, because nobody, no girl want to be with a guy that the guy feels needy and less than her. Even if you feel that way, you gotta zip it. Because girls usually are not that confident. They themselves are looking for affirmation and feeling good about themselves by your attention. But when they feel that you're so hung up on them and they don't feel so much about themselves, they don't think they're that much, then they wonder, why is this guy so interested in me when I don't think I'm much myself? Which means he's not much. And if he's not much, I don't want somebody who's not much. That's the mentality. So even though if you're just drooling, over her, and you can't stop yourself from just wanting to get to know her better and all that, and just present yourself that you're at her service, you need to control yourself and focus on what's out there in life that you can bring satisfaction and happiness and success for yourself. So your neediness will disappear and you will meet with them, interact with them on equal basis, at least, if nothing more. Then they would be interested. All right. Having said that, we have Beetlejuices forgot to say male 19 Norway. Thank you for that. Beetlejuice says, OCD is my partner in life. We have a love hate relationship. Good. Hmm. And one says, why don't I meet one girl who just don't want to have fun but cares about me too? Let's stop that. At age 19, the girls you meet are 18 or 19 or 20. They don't want to make it about you. It's about them in their mind. They want to have fun. What do you expect? A mother? Chill out. You're there not to find a wife. Although that's what the mentality is at age 19. Every girl seems like, oh, that's my wife. No, you got to face it. The girls age 19 are not looking for a husband. They're looking for fun. When they're in their 26, 7, 8 years old, then they start thinking about getting married. They look at guys differently. Right now, don't expect her to come into you as a wife material. She wants to be herself. She wants to have fun. And so take her out, date her, have fun. And then she continues, great. If she doesn't, bye bye. Don't expect just because you went out with her, she held your hand or you kissed her or you had dinner with her, that means she's now your girlfriend and she wants to be your wife. And don't go there. Just enjoy, have a date, go to a movie, chit chat, have tea or coffee or whatever the hell it is that you guys drink, whoever it is around the world, and laugh a little bit, and don't think that I'm going out with her and my plan is to say things to make her laugh so she will like me and she'll be my girlfriend. And then what? 19-year-old, okay, you gotta. What happened? You still gotta go to school. You still gotta go to work. So don't make it like if it's your life project, that date. It's the date. That's all. If it worked out, fine. We'll continue. Get closer. If not, no problem. Another chance. That's the time in your life that you can afford to go out and then don't even see each other, or a couple of times and then end it. At age 19, who expects you to be more than that? And if they do, walk away from them. When you're 28, 29, then you can expect someone a little bit on a different level, serious sort of. Right now, don't make girls to be your mom. It has to be about me, care about me. What do you care about you? What? You care about you. And they care about themselves. That's the mode they're in. They don't want to care about you. They're just gonna go want to go out and have fun. That's it. And holy shit is here. Holy shit is here. Says today I had my first visit at a counselor. He listened to my story and used the metaphor of the old man and the sea. And I'm like the old fisherman who clings on the marlin fish. Okay. I don't remember what your issue was anyhow, because so I don't know what level you guys talked. Says, did you read the book by Hemingway, and what do you think about this analogy? I think the Old Man and the Sea was about the Moby Dick. Maybe, am I wrong? Was Moby Dick the same as Old Man and the Sea? I don't remember what the story was, but I do remember the Moby Dick story. So, but I don't know what your issue was because I don't remember what we talked about. Was it relationship? Was it what was it? So I can't really see if that analogy, fits or not. But anyhow, your ex. Hmm. Well, listen, you have a counselor, so I don't know what he said to you, what you'd said to him or her. It's a detailed interaction. Once you have an appointment with me, and then I can discuss things in detail with you on Skype. But at this time, continue with your counselor because I neither know what he said or what you said, nor would I want to interfere with your counseling sessions and give you second opinion. It's not effective. So once you're done with him or whatever, and if you were fine, then good. If not, you can always go on my site, mind@seekstruth.com, make an appointment, and then we'll get to know each other and discuss what's concerning you one-on-one on Skype. Brandon one is here. He says, hello, Meran. We're finally online at the same time. Brandon, I'm not sure which Brandon it is. so let me know how old you are, your gender, age, where you're tuning in from, so at least I know something. Yeah, that seems like Moby Dick story. Uh, Old Man and the Sea seems to be the same. Ahab. Brandon says that's okay. Okay, then tell me a little bit about this. Remind me, Brandon, what's something? Brandon says, how do I stop myself from thinking she was the love of my life? It's very easy because she wasn't. Because if she was, she would still be with you. How could someone be love of your life and not be with you? One of the first qualification expectations of qualification would be that she would want to be with you. Then it's the love of your life. Otherwise, what? She's just pretty girl or nice girl or whatever. They may be qualified at one time, but they will become disqualified once they leave. And that's how you should see it. So that's how you can stop it. You can only think someone is love of your life if they're qualified. And part of the big qualification is if they want to be with you, if they're there. If they've left you, they can't be the love of your life. The love of your life doesn't leave you. The hell with it. Are you kidding me? Brandon says, I'm 20, currently living in Ontario. Oh, that's not too far. If you don't take good care of yourself, you'll get a hello from my ugly stick, you know. If you keep thinking, oh, this girl was the best in the world for me. How old are you? 20. How many girls have you seen? 2. And this one is the best in the world because you've seen all the other girls. You've become 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 20, and you've seen so many girls, and now you can compare all of them and say, oh yeah, this was the love of my life. On what basis? Just because she turned you on? She's unique? At that age, you haven't seen enough to know that's the most unique or just one unique. And that's okay, you know? So, how is very simple. For that, you need to make an appointment on Skype. Can't give it away. I'm tired of all these abuse of every one of you. God damn it, you go and do your shit and come back and want me to fix you. When I fix you, then you go and do another shit. It's like you don't hear what you can really analyze and become the mechanic of your own machine. You don't think about anything. All you think about is with your dicks. You horny, then she's the best. What about other qualifications? What can she prove to you? Why can't you expect her to prove herself to you through her behavior, treatment of you, qualities, compatibilities, time that passes? But, oh, nice legs. She's the best. Love of my life. I know how it is, and I don't blame you. We're all like that. Even when you get old, you're still the same shit. But you gotta become aware of how we're really being duped by our own way of focusing on our desires and not realizing that the importance and the source of power of these girls that we are so infatuated with is our desire. On their own, without our desire, they're not sparkly. They haven't accomplished anything that would give them such amazing values that you want to go crazy for them. They haven't done anything to bring credibility to themselves. It is you who gives them this star quality. And what is in you? Your desire. Your desire for intimacy, your desire for love, your desire for sex, your desire for companionship. It is your desire that makes that woman important and strong. On her own, she hasn't accomplished anything. She hasn't made the universe a better place. She hasn't made Earth a better place to live. She hasn't been feeding the elderly. She hasn't been taking care of children. She hasn't been curing the common cold for people who are suffering. Nothing like that. So why is it that she's so important? At age 20 or 25 or 30 or whatever age, it's your desire for her. You're programmed for procreation. You're programmed to love women and get excited about it and desire them. And that desire is the source of their power. You handle with that desire, that this desire must, before I unleash it and give it to someone or desire someone, it has to meet certain qualifications. And these are the things that would make me desire someone. What are those things? Okay, beauty and sexuality. Okay, well, there has to be other things as well. Otherwise, every single woman becomes your star, because we're going to get horny about every woman that we see. Every woman is beautiful. There's something about them is sexy. So you need to come up with certain kind of a criteria, that all these criteria should be present before I unleash and allow my desire to find her qualified. And that the power that she has, it actually, the source of her power is in me. Is in my desire. Remember we talked about, is the apple important by itself, or is it your hunger that give importance to the apple? You walk by a store, there's an apple there, and you're hungry. You say, oh God, I gotta have that apple. And you're willing to pay, $5 for it, if that's what it takes, and there's nothing else to eat. But same apple, same in the same store, same every condition is the same. You just came out of the restaurant 2 blocks away, and you're full with all good food in there. You're just full. And you pass by, you see the apple, doesn't seem so important, doesn't seem attractive. Why? Because you don't have a desire for it. You have no hunger for it. So is it your hunger that gives apple importance, or the apple on its own importance? You can see the apple on its own is not. You can pass by an apple tree and you're full and you're not hungry. You don't take a second look. But you're hungry, say, apple tree, you run to it. So where is the power of the apple? It's in your hunger. Same thing. What you run after is to fulfill your desire. You're in love with your desire. It's your desire that makes it so important. If you understand that, and then say criteria for my desire to be given out, to be extended, are these criteria. Does she have those criteria? She has this one and that one, but not all of them. Then forget it. Then her powers would be limited. And Norman Osborne is here, says, hi, hello, Norman. Says 20 in New York, avid Star Wars fan. Okay, good. And Brandon says, thank you, you're welcome. Beetlejuice smiles. Holy shit says, I guess women are so damn independent today, it's hard for us men to stay a man and have a standards. No, it's not. Women may be independent, but that has nothing to do with you not having standards. And it's not because they're independent, it's because they've got so many options. They're female, and heterosexual male are all having the business in their hand and running after them. So obviously they've got choices. They're not as hungry as to find a boyfriend as we are to find a girlfriend. So if you had 100 girls lining up trying to get to know you, you would also be stuck up and look like you're better than all of them. It's just a supply and demand. And so don't make a mistake. You can still, and you still must have your standards. Otherwise, despite of it all, you end up with just shit. So, not quality ones, shitty ones, who actually have no manners, morals, education, responsibility, anything, only because they can wear high heels. So that's not going to be impressive. Even you eventually will give up, say, what the So have your standards. don't ever give that up, because that's the only thing that can save you. Because already we are so infatuated with women and we look at them, okay, they have a outgoing personality and they've got the high heels, they've got the short skirts, and so we are already you know bamboozled anyhow. So at least have those criterias and standards in order to save yourself and be able to select well. Otherwise you're really gonna be fucked. And I mean, seriously, so you better not think that they don't let you be man. No, the real man is the one who stays man in this society, that women are so independent and all that and have so many options and so on. It's not like 50 years ago that they had to wait for somebody to ask him out. Now they go and ask the guy out. So they go all kind of things. And that's the time you want to be more man than any man has ever been, by creating that expectations and having worth and value for yourself. And if they're not good enough, they can't have you. Why? Because you're the man who's going to be provide, who's going to be compassionate, who's going to be caring, protective, disciplined, decent, and have serious intentions. And if they can find somebody else, good riddance, go find it. Otherwise, if they want to approach you, they got to meet certain standards that you expect. Remain how you should be, remain. It doesn't matter if they're independent or not independent. They still got to measure up. And you set those standards for them to measure up. Otherwise, what's the use? There's so many things that are available. Too hot. All right. Brandon says, what was this question, Brandon? Brandon says her parents didn't approve of me. Okay. Saying I'm younger. How old is she? I don't have a car, or that I'm stable, and they would constantly shit on me to her at home. It's unfortunate how our relationship was affected. The pressure at home had slowly charged the way she viewed me and began questioning whether she really wanted me in her future. I don't know how old she is, but at that age, you're 20, she must be what, 21, 20, 19, 18? It's too early to talk shit like that in her future. Even if you guys were together within a year or two, you guys would be going somewhere else and not be together. It's a very big chance. So don't think just because you like someone and then it didn't work out, oh, she was the love of my... No, she wasn't. Even if you would have gotten together for 6 months or a year, it wouldn't last longer, because there's so many things that you're going to change in your 20s, early 20s and late 20s, as far as your expectations, your characters, what kind of a life you're looking for, what kind of a job you want to have, what kind of career, what you want to accomplish, what kind of woman you like to have, because you will know yourself better. You know what your expectations are, what your standards are, then what kind of woman you're expecting. Right now, at the age 20, the only thing you expect is that, she's got this and she's got that, and, she walks pretty. That's it. You've got no other expectation or standards. You turned on, then there it is. She's the right girl. That's where you are. And that's no time to expect any future with any girl. And if the girl at that age thinks or discusses if she wants to have you in the future, it's all bullshit, because she's probably going to be the one in the next 2 3 years. She's going to know herself a little bit better, and she would maybe expect different lifestyle, different things she wants to do. There's no guarantee that this discussions that she has in her head, or however it comes to her head, is of any validity. So don't give a shit. Move on. You haven't lost anything. Especially if her parents are that fucking stupid to talk about you don't have a car. You're 20 years old. Whether he has a car or not, he's 20 years old. He just wants to date your daughter. You expect him to marry her. What kind of a financial situation are they in? What? Looking for a handout for dinner? That they expect a 20-year-old to have all these things ready to come and date their daughter? I don't know. Maybe the daughter is already 30 years old and you're 20, and that's different. then then you'll have a visit of my ugly stick to teach you a few lessons to get away from these a 30-year-old woman when you're a 20-year-old. All right. Nah, it's not heartbreaking. It's a lucky day. This kind of women and this kind of families, you're lucky that they actually um, let themselves be known to you by their behavior and their comments. So go count your stars, for heaven's sake. These are troubled families that you get in there, that they talk about these sort of things when you just want to date their daughter at that age. They have no understanding of what teenagers or early 20s are like. They're putting that kind of a pressure on you. They must be very low grade. Move on. All right. Beetlejuice says I'm laughing of laughter. Yeah, well, this is an entertaining program, goddammit. What do you think? You think it's philosophical? It is philosophical and scientific, very much so. But it is also funny. Can be at times, depending how you guys behave. Brandon says, haha, I love your laugh. Yeah, me too. Me too. When I'm alone by myself, I keep laughing, but I stay away from the windows because people might think crazy guy is laughing. Yeah, it's definitely not on the balcony. Uh, I'm in a goofy mood. Don't worry. All right. Brandon says, what? Your laughter is so therapeutic. Yeah. Yes. It is. Alexei Igorovich says, hi, Miran. Do you know, Alexei, what happened to the protocol? Age, gender, where are you tuning in from? Do you know anything about managing depression? What the hell do you think this channel is? How dare you disrespect me? What do you think I'm sitting here making the big bucks? That's because of my expertise. So, first, introduce yourself properly, then go on my site, mind@sixtruth.com, make an appointment, and then ask your question. What kind of loaded question is that? You ask your question. If I don't know it, I say, the hell with you, I don't know it. Well, I've got videos on depression and anxiety and so on. So you might want to check them out. If it's a clinical depression, I don't know much about, because I'm not a psychologist. I'm not qualified to know more than what my research and experiences in life has been. And so that's the limit of it. Otherwise, if it's a regular depression that we all go through, well, there are lots of things that we can discuss, and I've already expressed it in many of the videos. But if you have a specific question, by all means, go ahead, and I'll try to ignore it anyhow. So, but make sure your credentials are expressed in writing. Aman says, I feel no guts to ask any girls. Well, as long as you don't have any guts, then you won't, and you'll be suffering. What do you think happens if you ask a girl and she says no? What do you think happens? Huh? Well, what? What do you think happens? Would you like to go out with me? No. What happens? You melt, you die, you disappear. What happens to you? Nothing. We're men. We're designed to be rejected. We're designed to ask 100 girls and get 99 times rejected because all we are looking for is that one. So it doesn't matter. Get rejected, get demolished, get whatever. As long as you're cordial, a gentleman, and you say what you mean, and you're proper in appropriate moments, then it doesn't give a shit. She shouldn't give a shit what she says or she doesn't if she rejects you. Keep on doing it. It's a numbers game. Don't worry about it. But learn from every time you get rejected. Okay, maybe I should tune this up. Maybe I should be a little bit more assertive. Maybe I should be a little bit funny. Maybe I should be a little bit serious. Just learn. Maybe it's not appropriate time. Maybe it's not appropriate approach. Learn it. Don't get devastated. It's a learning process. What do you think life is? It's a learning process. For what? God knows. But it is a learning process. So don't make it so serious. Oh, what happens? You won't get the pussy. That's all happens. No big deal. Next. You won't be denied from breathing. You won't be denied from dinner. You won't be denied from sleeping. Nothing happens. What do you think she is? Another human being. It's no different than she goes to a store and she sees apple, but she doesn't want apple. She wants oranges. Okay, she takes oranges. Next day, she doesn't want oranges. She wants apple. Nothing happens to apple. Nothing happens to orange. It's just a personal preference in that moment. Nothing happens to you if she rejects you. But the image you have made out of yourself, all dependent on how, if she likes me or not, then I am valuable or I'm not valuable if she doesn't. All these things are in your head. But there is no factuality to them. Nothing. Oh, she said no to me, so she's now feels she's better than me. So big deal. What is better than her, better about it? Yeah, better because you want her. She's a female, she's good looking, so you feel better because you're hot for her. That's all. But in reality, she's no better than you, never will be. Why? You're unique, she's unique. She just happens to be a female, that's all. If she wasn't, you wouldn't have any interest. So what makes her so important? It is you who makes her so important, your interest. So on her own, she's not better than you. So move on. Nothing happens if you get rejected. Get rejected. Get used to it. It's very good for you. You get tough. Girls should not scare you for you to talk to them. They don't want to talk to you? Okay, fine. Go there, say, this is Aman, how are you? And she says, oh, I don't want to talk to you. She says, oh, sorry, but that's how you feel that way. Go. That's it. No big deal. You won't die. And Kruthika says, hey, Meran, 18 female India. Hello, Kruthika. What an interesting name. Kruthika. Says, Meran, how to love yourself and not pity yourself? Why should you pity yourself? When your mom and dad wanted to be, lovey-dovey together, there were 300 million other kids possibility who could be born. But you were the only one who beat them all. Powerful, strong, the chosen one. So, from the beginning, you were the lucky one. How could you have pity for yourself? What do you mean? Not to be what? And not pity yourself. Why should you pity yourself? You're the luckiest out of 300 million possibilities. At least. If they made love number of times, then 300 million every time. Jesus Christ, you're just star of the universe. Come on. See it clear. You're the chosen one. So no pity. You're on top of the world. So I always feel like I don't feel confident. Well, you should. And I feel that I am being left out. No, that's how you feel or think. That's not the actuality. The actuality is the result of your efforts, not the result of how you look, how you are, what you wear, what you don't wear. It's the result of your efforts as a collective in life. So make your efforts positive toward a certain goal every day a little bit. Don't expect in one day all of your goals and all of your things you want to accomplish happen, but make steps towards it. And it's a life process. And then during your life, you will see that because of your efforts have been positive and continuous, you are actually confident and actually very valuable and strong. You are not left out. It's your efforts that shows you are or not because people pay attention to you or give you something or don't. You don't need other people to feel, give you a leg up. You can climb the mountain yourself and go do it. Get in shape and do it. Every little accomplishment helps you to become more expert in negotiating daily life challenges. Norman says, I'm too goddamn sexy for this world. There we go. Says those ladies gotta beg for me instead. Exactly. That's how I thought. That's why I was alone for a while. No, I was actually pretty stuck up in university, but I had my share. No problem. That's a good way of thinking. That's a good way of thinking. But if you're too stuck up and you don't give anybody a chance, the girls don't come knocking at your door. You still got to make that respond at the right time. And the idea that you have is perfectly fine. But if you don't couple that up with necessary actions at the right times, then it wouldn't be good. So you think your standards are very important, definitely. But you also got to be able to express yourself and make the moves that you got to make the approach, and then get used to this whole game of, whether you get rejected or get favorable answers or not, doesn't matter. You just go through it. And then after a while, it won't bother you as much. It shouldn't. You just understand that you went in good intentions and it didn't work out. Great. Good news is amazing number of other beautiful and qualified women out there that you still haven't found yet and you still haven't approached it. So it's a fun game until you find the right one. Beetlejuice says her parents didn't approve. Okay. All right. Brandon, you're 20, she's 21. At that age, they're looking for someone who's 26, 27 to marry her. I don't know what your culture is. Just walk away from her. She was nothing for you to write home about. But to you at that age, everything seems like, oh, something to write home about. And that's your hormones. That's okay. Don't worry about it. Move on. You'll know what I'm talking about when you find your next girlfriend and then the next one. And then after that, the next one. And then you'll say, that's what Miriam was talking about. So don't get hung up on one right now. Too early. Yeah, stop coming up with excuses for her. So she's obviously attached to her parents' ass, and she's needy of everything that they give her, the shelter, the money, whatever. She's not made anything out of herself. She doesn't have a job. She's not independent. She got to listen to what they want. And they're trying to find some kind of a wealthy guy or whatever, older guy to marry their daughter so they can be elevating themselves, because obviously they're not of certain caliber themselves at all. So move away and don't apologize for her. She obviously is very weak minded herself. And at age 20 and she's 21, definitely she's not going to fight for you. You're younger for her. She's looking for someone older. She's looking for a kind of a marriage, maybe. or that's the plan of the parents, and you're 20 years old. What the fuck you want to have to do with marriage and all these to fall in that kind of a hole at this age? Move on. Move on, get your degrees and get finish your university, get a career, make money, and trust what I'm saying to you. Don't analyze it. Understand that this was something and it broke up, and I'll deal with the breakup. Not, oh, I should have been, oh, I can't be better, oh, I love it. Don't, because all of that is bullshit. You may not feel it and understand what I'm saying, but I guarantee you, in a few years, you will understand what I've been saying today. So, on that reason, trust some elder that have gone through a girlfriend or two, and he knows what he's talking about. So relax. Nothing has happened. You're in good hands. You're good. You're good. You're good. You'll be just perfectly fine. This is good. It has to be like this. She's not the right one for you. So just because you get horny or that's the chance you had to touch someone doesn't mean she's the right girl for you. Just move on. Don't make a big deal out of it. Okay? Just focus on your life. Nobody at that age worth you stopping your life and getting all fucked up because of what? 20-year-old. What do you expect? Don't make me pissed off. I'll send the ugly stick, Toronto is not that far. So Brandon, move away from this girl and that family and focus on building your life. There is an amazing girl out there waiting for you, and that's not her. That will present itself when it's time. Few years from now, when you've already got a career. Right now, focus on building and getting ready for the time you meet that special someone. That's not her. Prepare for providing for your family years from now. Focus on that, not this kind of bullshit right now. This is what should happen at this age, nothing more. Otherwise, it would be weird at age 20. So go enjoy your life. No, it's not just unfortunate. It is fortunate for you. Just don't see it right now. Until I show up there with the ugly stick and beat it on your head, then you will. That's what you mean. I say, yeah. Then you will get it. So right now, just fuck off and go build your life for the girl that is actually in the works for you. So Johnny says, hello, I don't have relationship OCD. I have something else. Can I? Yeah, go ahead. Of course. Norman says, we need a video on the story of your life, Mehran. I need a book on that. Yeah, maybe someday when I'm old. Oh, maybe it is right now. I I'll have a biography because there's quite a bit in my life that it might be a story for someone. So, all right, let's leave something out of myself. Hey, I have to do that eventually, but uh, I'll find someone who'll do the ghostwriting. I guess I'll just do the interview and then have her write it. I'm not gonna. Let's just switch this background here. Oops, sorry. Um, Brandon says Toronto. Yeah, I said Toronto. Brandon says, yes, I upvote this. Well, for heaven's sake, instead of throwing me into the lion's pit. Another was giving me another thing to do. First, let's see if we can, fish fry the fish that we got, which is a channel. They're only 24,000 after 10 years. Once it gets to, you know, 2 million, yeah, sure, I'll write the damn thing. Right now, get busy promoting the goddamn channel. Everybody says, "Oh, this is the best channel. I've never heard anybody talk like that. Oh, this is such a quantity, such a quality content. Oh, even my psychologist couldn't help me this way." This all these coming to me almost every day. Where the fuck are the numbers? All right. Alexei says, came to ask this because since depression is thought emotion related, I thought maybe you would know something about it. Nevertheless, I want to thank you for getting me through rough times. Oh, you've been here before. Then Alexei says, wish you all the best. Yeah, my pleasure. Yeah, you may want to take a look at the videos that I've talked about thoughts. Where does it come from? Consciousness, the relationship between thoughts and consciousness, fear, desire, ego. You might want to pick up my book from my site, mindthatseekstruth.com. Pick up the ebook. Ebook version is very nominal in cost. The paper version is 360 pages heavy. It's going to cost $80 US or something. But the ebook version is 1/10 of the price. It's like, I don't know, $8, $9. And there are lots of good things to know about yourself, the movement of the psyche, and that will help a lot to understand thoughts. Where does it come from? Consciousness, the relationship between the two. What is fear? What is desire? What is ego? What is order in life? All these little things that we don't. And then meditation, the movement of the psyche inwardly, and where mind finds the home, and all these things that one has to know about oneself to become the mechanic of his own machine. And then I have other videos talking about anxiety, depression, and talking about these topics in general. So you might want to enjoy the channel that way. But anyhow, I'm always here, and you can always go on my site, make an appointment, and we'll discuss what's concerning you one-on-one on Skype. Oh, there is another one. Alexei says, haha, sorry, Maron. Kind of sleepy right now. Okay. I'm a male, 19, from Portugal. Oh, okay. Really? So you must know Carlos Queiroz, one of the best uh, soccer coaches in the world. And actually, he coached the Iranian team and got them to very high levels in Brazil. I think they actually almost beat. Where's Messi play? Argentine? Does he play in Argentine? I think. Anyhow, they actually did. There was one penalty that the referee didn't get it. It was a clear penalty. And then the last moment, Messi did a nice shot, and the goalie couldn't get it, which he should have, but he didn't. So anyhow, Carlos Queiroz is one of my favorite soccer coaches. And what a gentleman, too, his behavior, his mannerism, and so on. So he says, I came here to ask about depression because you helped me a lot with dealing with intrusive thoughts, and I'm very grateful. Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. Yeah, you can ask your question. And I just mentioned that there are lots of things available in the book and also on the videos, and also I'm available for Skype discussion. Any new client that makes a 1 hour registration for Skype chat, I will add another hour for that one session, and we'll have 2 hours to discuss what's concerning you one-on-one on Skype. Johnny T in the flesh. Okay. Says hello. I don't have relationship OCD. I have something else. Oh yeah, we read that. Yes, I said sure. Go ahead, but you haven't. So, um, Ajinkia Kadam says, sir, if we ignore the HOCD thoughts, you don't have to ignore it. You have to accept allowance for thoughts to exist. In other words, you can notice the thought, label it for what it is by recognizing the type of thought that it is. So you notice the intrusive thought showed up. So, and you say, oh, that's OCD, not me. That's the brain, not me. That's HOCD, not me. That's intrusive thought, not me. So you label it, and then you allow thoughts to be there without having to engage with it, having recognized, called it for what it is, and then you allow it to exist and you go on about your life rather than ignoring it. Like, no, you just, yeah, that's where it is. That's that. That's the quality of whatever debris is there. I have no interest in it. Thank you very much. Adios. I'm focusing on your whatever it is. And says, whenever it comes, will it cure permanently my issue? Yeah, it does. Because it's like saying, when I get a cold and I get rid of it, will it cure permanently? It's a cold. It can come and go. Thoughts are less problematic than a cold. Yeah. But the problem with thought is not that the thought exists, is that you get engaged and you believe the thought. You pay attention, you fuss with the thought as if thought has any actuality to it. Thought is a bunch of images and words and suggestions. The words and suggestions and images each have a certain kind of effect on you or meaning in the dictionary that you can't contest the meaning of the words that show up in your head. That whatever shows up in your head is represented by a certain word, and that word has a meaning in the dictionary, and you can't contest it. And the fact that you can't contest the meaning of the word as it is in the dictionary is not an evidence that the actual suggestion is correct about you. The meaning of a word you can't contest, but you have no interest in the content of what that word is meaning or the brain is suggesting through that word. If you understand this, that means, okay, I'm not freaked out of any thought. What thought wants to show up? What? 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 If a horse is fucking me, I'm fucking a horse? Or my mother is a whore? Or I'm kissing my dad? What the fuck is it that you're afraid of? It's a thought. It has no actuality. It has no life. It's like a cartoon. Has no life. But you may get affected because the brain cannot tell the difference between virtuality and actuality. So reacts either this way or that way to an idea, virtuality, image, or word, a thought, as if it's real. But you know better. Because you're not the brain. Brain is not you. You're the observer of what the brain presents and behaves. And you decide and you put it aside that this is a brain's work. It has no actuality. It has no life. It has no chance because I, and only I, am the power to allow any thought or suggestion coming from anybody else out there or my own brain can have a life or become an actuality, give it any action or not. Only me, not the brain. Brain can suggest whatever the hell it wants to suggest. I'm the only one. I'm the boss. I'm the observer. I'm the watcher of what the brain does. And that is not in the brain. I'm outside of the brain. I have proven that in the videos that I have created for you guys. You are the observer, and the observer is not part of the actual thing that is happening in the brain. And because you're the observer, when you watch, as it was a experiment done in the laboratory in quantum physics, which I've explained it clearly for you, and I can put the link up here. When you are actually wanting to see if you're part of the brain or not, which you're not, and the way to look at it is the same way they did the quantum physics experiment. If you close your eyes and try to look in every nook and cranny of your brain and every part of the real estate of your brain, I don't know how you imagine your brain to be: compartments, rooms, under the rock, whatever it is. You look at every corner and cranny of your brain, real estate, look for a thought being born. Right now, close your eyes and look. Whatever you imagine your brain is, rooms, go to each room, every little pigeonhole or under the rocks. So look every corner, and while you're looking, look and see which thought is being born. While you're looking, searching in the neurons or the rooms or whatever it is that you feel the brain looks like, you're looking, look, you can't fucking find any thought. None, zero. Why? Because if you watch my video about that experiment in the quantum physics laboratory, you will see that because you're observer, you're outside of the brain behaves. If you were part of the brain would not be aware and would not care about your existence. It would still produce thoughts. But when you look for thoughts, that means the observer is looking inside the brain quickly behaves, makes nothing. You can't find a thought when you're looking for it. And if you look at the experiments that I have used from quantum physics to show you, when they put an instrument to measure what's happening in the electron gun, when the scientists wanted to look and see what happens in there, when you put a measuring device to an instrument to measure it, suddenly the quantum physics behavior, the movement of the electron gun in the laboratory, in the examination, in that experiment, changed. You got to watch that video. And the same thing we just did right now. When you look into your brain and look for thoughts, not memory, thoughts, new thoughts, nothing is being made. Why? Because you're the observer. And the brain becomes aware that you're not part of it, so it just tries to behave. Which means you're not the brain and brain is not you. So whatever the fuck the brain conjures up doesn't involve you. It's a suggestion. And you are the only one that can allow that suggestion or pay no attention to it and judge it. So if you guys look at that, then things becomes very easy for you to handle, to understand OCD, HOCD, and all these. And we all have glitches. All 8 billion of us in the world have intrusive thoughts. But once you understand these, educate yourself by these discussions, then it becomes okay. It shows up. I'm not afraid of it. It has no meaning. I don't have to feel, oh, unless I have no intrusive thought, then I am cured. No, I am cured. This is a normal brain that we received since 40,000 years ago. Before that, there was a me. There was a human being without this brain. And we had no problem. Why? Because we had no ability to think or speak. No speaking ability, no thinking ability before 40,000 years ago. That's why we had no problem. Everything was peaceful. Everything was instinctive. We had reptilian brain and we had stem brain. It was simple things, all on instinct. We would run, hunt, sleep, have sex, and everything was clear. Sexuality was clear. Inclination was clear. No question about it. Why? Because thoughts are the roots of all problems. If you don't understand them, then you follow them. You're not supposed to follow thoughts. So there was a me before I got this brain, and that me existed before this brain was even given to me. So this brain is an addition, is an apparatus, is an organ. It's not me. It was added to me. I'm not the brain. Brain is not me. So I don't give a shit what kind of thought shows up, as long as I know I am the living being, not the brain. Brain is my tool, and the tool cannot dictate to me. Got it? All right. All right, all right, all right. Hmm. Still hot. This Yeti cup's really. Oh, look at my favorite spot. Looking forward this whole bullshit in the world finishes so I can go to my hometown, Hawaii. I miss you. Where are you? Put some sense to these idiots who lead the world, ruined everybody's life. Brandon says, "Thank you again, Mehran, for grounding me today. I always refer to a few of your videos when I'm in my negative thoughts. They help a lot. They help a lot. Hell a lot? They help a lot. Thanks to the nice people in this chat as well. Good night. Good night, dear. It must be late there. What time is it? Oh, 6:31. It's 9:31. Okay. Um, then we have Beetlejuice. We are afraid of it. Okay, good, good, good. Especially if it's okay. All right. Guys, it's been 1 hour and 19 minutes. I think we've answered all the questions that we have here. And so it's time for me to say, I love you all. Thank you very much for being here, giving me the opportunity to share a thing or two with you. I look forward to our next live stream. I hope you enjoyed as much as I enjoyed it. Hopefully more. So until then, in the meantime, be good to yourself and to the others. I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now. Subscribe on my channel, visit my channel, and go through the videos that you might be interested in. Mind@seekstruth.com is making it one step away to talk to me one-on-one on Skype and discuss what's concerning you. I'll talk to you soon. But we too, like the iceberg, have 1,000 times bigger powers that is not visible, and we must. Why? Is it something we're rambling on and I expect you to accept it? Or is there actually another power within us? Would you come and help me out? Okay. What I want you to do is put your hands underneath my arms and just lift me up. There we go. Okay, now, that's my physical part, right? Same thing. Again, with that. Just want to see if there's any difference. Go ahead. Now, go ahead. Now, this, go ahead when you're ready.
Go ahead.
So you see, this is different than what he was doing, and I'm not really doing anything. You convinced?
Yeah.
So are you guys convinced that there is something other than, thank you.
Yeah, no
Thank you very much.